I feel like she was the one for her. I don't know. Like, I've thought about that, and I don't know if she's going to be able to love anyone the way she loved Lexa. Devastated, absolutely. I mean, she fell in love, and now that she's gone, she's a different person. I think this will forever change her.
Well, I think firstly, Clark has always been very good at compartmentalising. She's always been very good at pushing forward in even the worst situations. But this one is different. I mean, this was her love, and it's going to be really, really tricky for her. And I think it changes her. It really changes her for good. But in true Clark fashion, she will somehow get through it. But it really is, it's such a hard situation for her.
Devastating, obviously. It's crazy. She fell madly in love with Lexa. So it's really difficult. Obviously she's grieving, there's no way around that, but in this next episode, she's going to be faced with Ontari coming back and basically saying, I'm going to be the next commander and I'm going to wipe out your people. So she's she's had to kind of figure out a way to deal with Lexa, to cope and move on with this really urgent matter, which is obviously what Clark does.
It has to suck it up for the most part.
I mean, she's always been skeptical. She was when Lexa would talk about her spirit and everything. She just didn't really believe what she was saying. But then seeing it actually, their idea of this spirit being in a physical object that she'd never seen before, it gives her a lot of hope. And I think, she definitely believes that she's in there, and she kind of had to, like I said, to carry on with everything. She truly believes it, that she's in there, and as long as she keeps this safe, she's got her, One thing that is kind of like a silver lining, I suppose, is that she does truly believe that Lexa is inside this AI, and that she has to do that in order to carry on with everything else that she's doing at the moment, which is trying to stop an evil commander. And this season especially was really tough to prepare for emotionally.
It's pretty dark. There's a lot more to come, and fans might not necessarily like some things, but
I'm just like, wow, okay. I'll put on my crying boots. It's hard.
So what kind of Clark are we going to see moving forward?
Not a very happy one. She's going to be different. I think this is going to change her forever.
I would smile more. Can I smile next season? It's like, people don't know what my smile looks like unless I did something like this.
We'll try. We'll work something out. I have an idea.
Managed to find a way of separating me from Clark, otherwise I'd go mad.
So what was it like working with Alycia?
Amazing. Oh my god, I love her. She's I just saw her the other day where she's in LA at the moment, so we've been catching up and having coffees, and she's become one of my closest friends.
I was super upset that we lost Alycia, because she's become one of my closest friends.
There's only one Lexa, so yeah.
So Kiss was really great as well. She's a babe, eh? It was something that I've never gotten to do before, and it's amazing. It was doing never. Well, let's not get into that. But on screen, it was just so it was really cool to be able to do something like that.
I mean, me and Alycia talked about it definitely, but I don't like to mess with scripts too much until I'm on set, and then just play around so none of it feels stale or I know it really, really well. So we definitely talked about it, but we didn't really go through anything, and I was just like, all right, here we go, you know. I'm just glad that this relationship was ever like out there to begin with, you know. That just makes me so happy that I can be a part of something that wasn't necessarily going to be on any TV show, you know, like 10 years ago. It's crazy, like it's so great, and I'm really proud of that. Yeah, it was definitely, you know, it was a lot more tense, you know, going into it than our other panels have been. We're obviously talking about a very sensitive issue at the moment, and so we all, you know, none of us wanted to rock the boat, so but we also wanted to maintain our honesty about it, and I think we did that the best way we could, and I'm actually really happy about how it went.
What the fan reaction was going to be.
I mean, of course, yeah. It's a real fucking sensitive issue. Pardon my French. And of course, I was worried, but all we could do was make it the best that we could with the script that we were given. And of course, you know, I think it has to be said at some point, Alycia had to go to a different show. So, you know, I know fans are really upset about her going, but I know there's a whole lot of other stuff that I'm not even going to go into. But you know, I don't know, the fact that she died in my arms, and that we both like I feel like we both crossed like a threshold acting wise. Like that was a hard day, and we like went for it, just tears and like nothing, you know. We went to the scary, feely place, you know. And I'm really glad.
So quick for me. I went from like, you know, like 5,000 followers to 300,000 followers in a very short period of time, which is amazing. Thank you guys.
I went the other way.
Yeah, but it's incredible the impact that you're having on people, and I think it's such a powerful platform. It's something that's very new to me, but it's like, it's really cool.
Do you have a favorite Rounder saying?
If I have to say that you've got to play Stay Out one more time, I'm going to freak. That's not my favorite, and I can't do it. One thing that I will tell you, I'll share with you, is originally in one of these scenes, Ricky had to use the Grounder word for penis. It got cut, but it is heft on. So you can all have that little sneaky bit of information. Heft on. I love it. That's my favorite. We all joke about it now.
Insider tidbit.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder if Jason's going to kill me for that. No, probably not. Whatever. And he's a babe. But yeah, having Zach back is great, and Rowan is such an interesting character, I think. And so we're going to see him like really step up as the king, and I think people will find it interesting how that goes. I don't want to tease too much.
I mean, it's like, my mind was blown even just like when I kind of read properly what was going on in Arcadia and with Jaha and everything, and yeah, I think she's definitely going to learn more. I'm sure you'll gather that, but yeah, her mind will be like.
Good confrontation when she eventually does meet Pike.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I mean, how was that playing so much of the season separate from everybody in Arcadia?
How has that been?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool, actually. I thought I mean, sometimes when everyone was hanging out on set, I'd hear stories, I'd be like, wow, I miss them. But getting to work with so many new people was like really great, and also like not kind of being distracted by working with some of my best friends and like having to work properly was really good for me, you know. But obviously it's nice when we, you know, sort of I'm like, oh man, this is great. I get to look like a badass and I'm not one, you know.